I love my little fishes as they swim about their home. I love my little fishes as they swim about their home. When the sunlight shines upon them and their colors begin to glow, I am drawn into a world where my heart longs to go. I imagine scenes of beauty and feel the warmth of love. I love my little fishes as they swim about their home. I have traveled the world over, but never found the peace that comes from watching my fishes as they swim about their home. My heart is happy and I am content to sit and watch them swim. I will not be alone while these fishies are in my home. When the sunlight shines upon them and their colors begin to glow, I am drawn into a world where my heart longs to go. I imagine scenes of beauty and feel the warmth of love. I love my little fishes as they swim about their home.
Well, hi there. Nice to be with everyone. This started going early because we're bored loudly. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Hi, Dina.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Hanging in there. A root canal and a power outage ain't stopping me from getting on live stream. So
You've had a day of it, haven't you?
just a little bit.
Mercy. Let's see. If I live in the UK and can't buy supplement, would it be okay? You can buy supplement, Ryan. We sell the supplement in the UK. We have a UK supplier. We also have an EU supplier. We have a South African supplier. We have a Brazil supplier, a Canadian supplier, an Australian supplier. Am I missing anyone? Not yet.
I think so. I think that's everybody.
We're trying to get an Indian supplier and an Indonesian supplier. And of course, we'd love to get somebody in China, but they've got to get rid of communism first, because they can't get Father Fish. But we are in India. We just need a supplier in India. So we're all over the world, and we definitely, if you will go to fatherfish.fish, that's our website, fatherfish.fish, and scroll down, you'll find a supplier in the UK. Now, the UK supplier is also active, as are, I think, most of the other suppliers in our Father Fish Shoal, the Discord server. So you can get over there and you can make contact that way as well. Ken Kozorowski. OC Urban Gardener. Adam is here. Just got my specialty pack. My wife asked more plants. Well, that came quick. We just shipped it. We shipped it yesterday, and he got it today. That's pretty good. My Ling, hello. Chew.
Yeah, I forgot about Link.
3G. Ryan wants to ask some advice. So that was the UK thing. Okay, we got that. We got that covered. Mercy. None in Baltimore. I started a club in Baltimore in 1978 with Merle Cohen. And it continued for a while. Then I understand there was a saltwater club that started, that met at the National Aquarium. That one may still be going, I don't know. What do you think on green killing machines, Ken says? Well, I don't know what that is referring to.
Yeah, I don't either. I've never heard of green killing machines.
I don't know what that is.
Mm-mm.
I don't know what that refers to. Let me know what you're talking about there, Ken.
Mm-hmm.
Who is that? Mattis Factory. Oh, Mattis Factory, right. Hello. Stan Pittman. Who else is here?
Corey said it's a UV light with a power head. Never seen one of those. They kill algae.
Well, it kills everything else too.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
It kills anything that's in the water column.
Mm.
Generally, it's a closed tube with a light inside the tube, and water is pumped through the tube so that the water goes past the UV light, and the UV light then is it's a tube maybe 2 inches, 3 inches, with a UV bulb running down the middle of it, and the water is rushed past it. It's all sealed up, and it just basically kills everything in the water as it flows through. I don't much like them. I mean, they do the intended job, but the intended job is more than what is anticipated, I guess. It's a way of getting rid of algae, but algae's very simple to get rid of. It's just never really a problem.
Yeah.
Insidious, go to Chesapeake Bay to hunt diamondback terrapins. Yeah, they're protected, Sid, a stud. They are protected. The baby diamondbacks. They're protected in Maryland. I don't know if they are in Virginia. There may not be. But in Maryland, you can't take babies. You can't even touch it. You can't even take a picture of them. It's stupid. The law is so stupid. It's like, I don't know what it's like. What's it like? I don't know. It's like nothing that is rational or reasonable.
Yeah, because that makes no rational sense why you couldn't take a picture of a diamondback terrapin. That makes no sense.
I used to collect the eggs when I was a kid, hatch them out.
Oh, that's cool.
They lay their eggs up on the beach, and you can see the trail on the beach the first few days where the female turtle has gone up. And I used to collect them, take them out, and hatch them out. And then usually I'd just turn them loose, but that was kind of fun. It'd take like 90 days to hatch or something.
Oh, wow.
Oh, he said it's 10 years. Yeah, the laws have changed since then. The laws changed recently. And is that my mug he's talking about? Or have you got a mug? Do you have a mug, Dina?
Me, I've got this one. I
Oh,
think
he's
it's
talking
where
about your mug.
Yeah. On the merch side, they haven't showed where I could make one of the mugs like you got. I think they discontinued it.
Well, I just put a sticker on a beer.
That explains why I couldn't find it.
Yeah, I got stickers. I keep
Oh, that's
forgetting to
cool.
put the stickers up. I'm going to
Yeah.
get them listed tomorrow because we've got
That'd
like
be good.
4 different sizes of sticker. We have this big 4-inch. We've got a 3-inch. We have a 1-inch, and we have a 1/2-inch sticker. Would you believe? You can put it on your fingernail.
That would be cool. I
Father
can see
Fish-
somebody doing that.
Yeah, really. That's funny.
How many ounces is that cup? It looks like it's about the size of my 40 ounce.
I don't think it's a 40. It's a beer stein.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool.
Aquarium water. I can one the net. What is he talking about? Fish bath. Aquarium? No, it's not. It's that. Okay. It's lemonade and iced tea. Empire of Dirt Aquatics. Kimini. I'll be getting Father Fish acrylic nails. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be any trouble doing that, actually. They are, all I got to do is get them listed. I need to do that because I've spent an awful lot of money on these stickers. And I need to get enough back to cover them. But you get a free sticker with every order. And if you have a large order, you get a bumper sticker, a big bumper. The round stickers are out of stock. These are the ones that we're shipping out now, which I think is cooler. They're die cut, so they actually are cut. I don't know if you can see this.
Yeah, we can see it.
Pretty cool, yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Even the tiny ones, the 1/2-inch ones, are die cut. I don't know how in the world they did that.
I was just thinking the same thing. With a 1/2-inch sticker, that would be difficult.
Yeah, Susie Q does all that stuff. She's pretty amazing. Is this an open Q&A session? Commander, yes it is, absolutely. Absolutely is. I'm getting you a wrench for your question. Let's see. BRH, Commander, boldly spiced. Have you had much experience with pea puffers? Well, I've never bred them. I have a couple of green spotted right now. I'll probably wind up getting a fugu just to have it. I'm finding that I'm ordering a lot of who came up and how. I haven't posted the link.
It may come through my area. I don't know.
Did you post the link?
Yeah, I posted and pinned it in my chat.
Oh, that's how. What'd you do it? What'd you post the link for? This is Gary Leavenworth. Well, I guess, I don't know, so when I do this, I guess, well, let's see what Gary's got to say. Hi, Gary. Hello.
You there, Gary?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, I was actually showing off my tank today. I just got into your video, keeping fish for a while. Oops.
Your tank just fell on the floor. Yeah, well, we're not doing show and tell tonight. Happy to look at your tank.
So this tank has had This tank has had no water changes for 14 months.
Okay. It's got
This has been water change free. Yeah, can you hear me?
yeah. What size tank is it?
It's a 20 long.
And how many fish are in it? I see one.
I've got 6 grass tetra in there.
6 fish and what's it look like? 3 plants. So you're kind of underwhelmed there. Yeah, I would see no reason to do water changes with that little life in it. I tell you what, I'd like to get you back. We do show and tell on Wednesday night, and we'll get you back up if you want to come back. It's 7. Oh, it is. Wait a minute. Today is.
Yeah, it's Wednesday.
I'm thinking tonight was Sunday. God, I'm losing my mind.
Oh, that's all said. Yeah.
I had a mental breakdown there.
I
Hey, it
joined
happens
this
to all of
today.
us.
Someone said to show it off.
Yeah, let me get the link up. Lord. You got the link off of Dina's, I guess. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me put it up on mine. We're broadcasting on both of our channels.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what I had in my brain, but it wasn't anything. Pin message. There we go. Okay, link is up. Well, you know what? I started late. I didn't start early. I started late.
Oh, we're still started early. We weren't supposed to start till 7.
Oh, that's right. We start 6 on Sunday. I'm totally befuddled.
Don't feel bad. I was befuddled earlier until my husband reminded me, by the way, you don't have to start. You have to go get that there and get ready till 6 because you start at 7. So it wasn't just you that had the days mixed up. It was me too.
Brain flatulence. Really. Gad. So you've had this a couple of months, Gary?
No, so I this has been free of any water changes for 14 months, over a year.
Wow. Are you going to do any more with it in terms of plants and fish?
I would like to get some more plants in it. So far, it's pretty low stock. It's got 6 grass tetras and 5 or so Amano shrimp, and I would say hundreds of trumpet snails. I don't mind them. I think they're great to turn my substrate, and they're a good indicator if I overfeed. Because they all come to the surface.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I just got into looking into your method because I have a plan to do a 10-gallon and then a 55-gallon, and this one I've been using. It's like a combination of flugel stratum, fluorite red, oil dry like bentonite clay, and laterite powder.
Right.
And it's got a I run an under gravel filter at like 10% speed, and it like I'm curious about the mechanics of the deep substrate because I'm just curious about the mechanics of the deep substrate because I feel like it's similar to what they do in like wastewater treatment where they've got deep sand beds that do denitrification. And
right.
So I was just like, because I'm curious, because like this is obviously like low, like has low stock and like a small amount of plants in it, but I also don't have to change the water. I never test it. If I test it, everything comes up as 0. Like I never have nitrates. I never have ammonia. I never have anything. It's a set and forget system, which is what drew me to yours because I wanted all of my tanks to be set and forget because I can't keep up with doing water changes.
Right. Well, you'll see a big difference. The main thing you'll see is a lot more plant growth.
Yeah.
um, because you'll be building a microbial foundation.
I saw your video on the resurrection jars, and I immediately grabbed 3 like big mason jars and collected 3 of them. I was like, this is super cool. I'm gonna go do this right now.
Right.
Yeah, it's
So
fun,
now,
isn't it?
have you guys ever seen any like how common are like the dragonfly nymphs? I always hear horror stories about those. I'm not really worried about like other pathogens in the water, but
Well,
like
dragonfly larvae are so big that you can't miss them.
okay.
So it's really not an issue. I mean, they're an inch long minimum by the time they become a problem.
All right, that's good to know. So like they'll probably hatch in like the 30 or 40-day incubation period?
Well, yeah, but if they're tiny, just hatch, the fish are going to eat them.
Oh, okay.
It's only when they get big enough to be able to catch a fish that they become a problem. They're not a problem when they're first born or for the first number of months. Yeah, 3G is saying you have a Novak system. It's very close to that.
Honestly, I found a lot of similarities between both of the systems, and I've wanted to try. I tried his first, but that's only because I hadn't heard of yours yet. And then when I watched I binge watched a ton of your videos, and I was like, there are a lot of similar mechanics going along here. You know, like because it all kind of went back to like wastewater treatment, where like you can't have like in wastewater treatment, you can't just flush the nitrates out or flush things out with more water. It has to be like a closed system. Water comes in and it has to come out clean. And then I saw another video of like the people that keep like big fish at like big aquariums that you might take your family to, and those also have big deep sand beds, because they are also limited by you can't do a water change in a multi-$1,000 in a multi-1,000 gallon aquarium.
Right.
I became interested in like how this cycle completes itself, and then when I heard you say like, yeah, the gases that you're going to get off gassing are going to be like CO2 and nitrogen, I was like, well, that's the end product of denitrification.
Right.
Now, I don't know. I'm not a biologist by any sense, but they seem similar. So I kind of like did both. I like made the substrate nice and thick, but I wanted to do sand. And when I heard that like all of your systems use a sand cap, I was like, oh, this is great, because I want to keep Cory cats, and they love sand. So I was going to do that next, especially because I was interested in the fact that a lot of the tanks I've seen of people who do Father Fish tanks, a lot of them don't even have like a canister filter or anything. It's just like a little bit of water movement, and there you go.
Right.
So I was really intrigued.
Well, you're on your way. If you will pull the lift tube out of that under gravel filter and put an inch of sand on top of the gravel, it will turn into a plant growing machine.
That's interesting. I think I'm going to do that, because that's been my difficulty with this. That's been my one difficulty with this tank is that the sage grass grows pretty well and the crypts grow pretty well, but none of the plants really pop.
Yeah, that's because you're pulling everything through the substrate and releasing it back into the water.
Yeah. Okay. So if I just pull the lift tube and kind of cap it, because I've heard that you can get a similar motion, but an even slower motion through the substrate with just like the natural heat, I guess, that's produced in there.
Well, yeah, it's a lot slower, of course, and it does not. The problem with the under gravel is that it returns all the nutrient to the water column, so you're not separating the water column from the substrate.
And that's the purpose of the sand cap, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Which means that at that point the plants are finding nutrients in the substrate and not in the water column. So you also need plants like Anubias or any of the floating plants, Rickia or Zosphostertang, any of the ferns, the mosses, in order to be able to pull nutrients out of the water column.
Yeah, I think I've got just the little plant that's up here.
Right.
Yeah, those are my only.
Is that Anubias? It looks like it.
Yep, it is.
Yeah.
And that one's done really well.
Yeah.
But I mean, I feed these guys like twice a month. They never get sick. I stopped having sick fish when I stopped cleaning my tanks. Like
Right.
I scrape the algae a little bit every once in a while because I might get a little bit of the green algae on the surf on like the glass.
Yeah.
But once I stopped cleaning my filters, and ever since then, nobody has health problems. Nobody gets sick. The shrimp are all fine. I've even gotten those Amanos to lay eggs. They
Nice.
don't live because it's not brackish.
Right. Right.
But they'll lay eggs. That's super neat. Oh, I'm going to be doing another one probably this weekend in a 10-gallon. I was actually thinking.
Very good. Nice to meet you, and good to keep track. Keep us posted week to week.
For sure.
Progress. I like it.
Thanks.
Nice talking to you.
You too.
Bye for now.
Bye. I gotta put my kids to bed.
I hear them.
Thanks.
How many you got?
I have two. One's 3 and one is 14 months.
Oh, nice.
He was born when I stopped changing the water in that 20.
All kinds of fecundity. Very good. Thank you. Take care, Gary.
Thanks.
Okay, Jacob Wade is here. Hi, Jacob.
Hey.
Hey, I got some good news. So I do want to thank whoever did that because it did help my tank out tremendously, and it got here extremely fast. Nothing was damaged.
Tell us what you're talking about.
Actually, everything came pretty green. I have no idea what any of this stuff is.
Well,
It's all this.
you got 18 different species of plant there.
And then I got some this. Oh, and this green fuzzy stuff, is that hornwort or is that parrot?
No, I think that's hornwort.
Yeah, it looks like hornwort.
Yeah, I would say.
Okay, is that do a whole tank with that?
Well, you can.
It's gonna grow fast. I'll tell you, mine did.
And then what's this one?
Oh, don't ask. If Brenda's here, she can come up and tell you. She knows them all. She's the one.
But I'm gonna get some more Sagittarius, and I'm gonna fill a lot of this in over here so that the whole bottom will look just like a blanket of grass then.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna allow everything else to come up.
It looks great.
Yeah,
and then there's some pennywort or pennywort, I think, or moneywort. Small. It's the small one.
Right. Probably pennywort. Looks great.
I really like these, whatever those are. They're a red stem.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I can
I
never
know
remember
this.
the name of that one. I like your
Look, and
snail.
I know they're doing really well. They're my blue ram's horns. You should see. Look at them. Look at the blue on them.
Oh,
Oh
those
yeah,
are pretty.
Brenda, are you here? Post some names of these plants in. Hygrophila. Silver Creek says it's a hygro. I don't think it's a. Oh, that's the unknown hygro. He's talking. This is the. Yeah, this is the stem plant bundle. These are the stem plants. There are 3 different bundles. Oh, let's get them. Let's get them up.
And when I got them, like everything was actually packaged very very neatly. Nothing was actually damaged at all.
Good.
Like when I took everything apart to be able to get everything to look at my plants, I actually had no problem taking my rubber bands off at the bottom. All I did was just snipped it very nicely and then it pulled right apart and then nothing was damaged on anything on my stems.
All right,
Yep.
let's see. Morningstar Quaid says, I just read somewhere mystery snails eat your plants. Is that true? If so, that's what's happening to my plants. I like my snails, but I really want plants in my tank. Mystery snails will not eat live plants. They will eat plants when they die. If you see them eating the plant, it's because the leaves have died. Apple snails, on the other hand, will eat plants down to the root and then eat the root. So you have to know the difference between an apple snail and a mystery snail. Basically, the apple snails get much bigger, but that doesn't help distinguish them.
So all these packages that I just got of these plants, they should all go to the top for me.
I think they all will. Yes, they're all
Sweet.
stem plants. That's what stem plants do. So if there's some that you want to be bushy, you need to
Yeah.
trim. You trim them, and they'll split. They'll grow 2 stems out of that one cut. That's how you get them to bush out, by trimming them.
Now, how do you trim it?
Pair of scissors and cut the top.
Cut the top. So you cut that thing?
Yes, the growing tip, and
Okay.
it'll split then. And it'll put out two stems, and then you can clip them when they get an inch or so tall, and it'll put out 4, and that's the way you create a bush.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool. Cause that one I really like, and then this one back here, it's really small, but I can see it coming up. It's wrapping around, and then that's like an oval leaf, and that one's coming down here, wrapping around this. So since Saturday, I've gotten it. Everything's staying. There's only very few melting of it, but I've read a lot of your videos still, and that's perfectly normal. Like this right here.
Oh, that's
This
right.
is the part. This is the part that is the important part. Is when this stuff right here. You want this, the small stuff coming in. As long as it's melting, that's normal. But this small stuff is what's important when it's coming back. If it's that means the melting's normal. That means that you got a healthy plant coming in. So
Yep.
that's a good thing.
Yep. Now, what
'Cause
you
see,
can do is you can trim like that green one toward the back, or the one next to it. You can trim all of them to one height, to the same height, in order to get them to bush out. That way, you can create like a mound of that plant.
wow, because yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Wow, that would be really nice. Because then I'm gonna fill the rest of this mainly up with some Sagittarius. That way, a lot of it can be just like a main stretch of just like a blanket of basically like a grass, and that'll still allow cory cats to get under and sift the sand because they get really irritated if they can't sift the sand for some reason. So they like doing that.
Leaf nodes, right? Sounds good.
But everything's actually staying extremely healthy. I have not lost a single thing at all. So, and this is the best it's ever been. I I'm I make people's faces pretty much go crazy when they see it because they've never seen something so I guess so established the right way because everyone's used to the Petco ones. Everyone's used to doing it the way everyone wants you to do it.
Looks good.
But you just gotta do some research and realize that all the people there they're not. You shouldn't listen to them. Some of them are okay, but I think you got to reach out to other things, and then once you get it started, do it the right way. Because I tell you what, I enjoy just sitting back and looking at everything work this time instead of watching it and worrying about having every single issue happen and then I wipe my fish out. To me, I would rather have a tank do it this way. That way you can actually.
You're doing great. I appreciate it. We got somebody else behind you. Make sure you come back next week so we can look and see how things are growing.
Oh, and how big will this pennywort get? Is this going to get any bigger?
They keep growing. Everything
because it's
growing.
Because this, I didn't get this from.
All right, Frugal Fish Keeper.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is my fish room.
Oh, how nice.
This is a rack system that I custom built, and I have 3 rows of tanks. The top 2 rows are planted and aquascape with fish, and then the bottom rows, 2 tanks are breeding brine shrimp. One is breeding mystery snails, one is cory cats, and the rest are holding tanks for growing out plants for sale.
Nice.
But so the top row is they're 20-gallon longs. The middle row are 40-gallon breeders. So I'd be glad to look in on any one of them if you want to take a closer look.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll pick one.
Hey, you've done an amazing job with this fish room.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, this one turned out pretty nice. It has a lot of nice texture to it. Some space.
Some plants, some rooted, some val, some val, and
some val, some anubias, a lot of rotella,
right,
and some wood. Now, all of the wood in all these tanks are just pieces of wood that I picked up in my yard.
Local
and
stuff.
Kind of pulled together, as well as the rocks.
Cool.
Let's see. I'll find another one here. This is my angelfish tank. These are some bacopa in here, and some. I'm sorry. What?
Very nice.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Okay, so what are
this one here? Actually,
Are you doing a store? What are you doing?
I'm trying to set up, an online store shipping plants.
Okay.
Yeah. Just getting started. I'm building out the website. I have a YouTube channel that I started, and I'm in the process of building a lot of instructional videos based on, a lot of the work that I've done, just to share how I went about building everything out. Yeah, but I've had this fish room in operation since the late 2020. So it's kind of evolved since then.
Okay.
Yeah. But these are all the tanks. And all of the plants were all propagated from, one tank.
What is your substrate?
So the substrate is I'll be honest, I don't use I did not use soil. I mean, I really didn't know about it at the time. But what I did was a combination of I think it's called not oil dry, but yeah, I think it's oil dry. It's it's an absorbent clay-based material at the bottom level, and then
Okay.
it's topped with sand. So I did it. Some of the tanks I did with just sand that's used for mixing concrete, and then the other ones are with black diamond
Right. Right.
for for sandblasting. So those are the ones that are done, and you can see some of the material that, I mean, it was layered, but of course, pulling plants up, it uprooted a lot of that. And then I did a combination of materials to mix with the soil. I took clay that's used for I think it's modeling clay, but it's self-drying. So
Yeah.
laid it all out, dried it, and made a little beads out of it, then crushed it all, and then put a layer of that. And anytime I pulled up plants, I'm pulling up, the roots have found that clay, and you can see they're attached to it. So it's done well.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
And by doing that, you made it possible for the roots to get down into it. The problem
Exactly.
problem with clay is that it is so dense that roots cannot penetrate it. So you either need to mix it in with something else, or let it dry, and as you've done, break it into larger pieces that the roots can surround it and feed on.
Yeah.
But it's
right.
It's pure nutrient. And
exactly.
If it's red or brown, it's got a lot of iron in it, which the plants really appreciate.
There is a lot of iron, and I will admit that I do fertilize. I kind of over fertilize and then balance it out with a water change at the end of the week. But
if you you started building food web, you would not need to fertilize, because it would be putting a good diversity of nutrients back into it.
Exactly. And I will tell you, and just real quick, so if you see down here, the entire system is all run through one central sump.
Oh, good for you.
So all of the tanks are drilled, so they all drain. I built a pretty elaborate, and it'll be on my channel, but I did a pretty elaborate plumbing.
Huh.
They all drain down to the sump, and then they all pump back up, and each one can be self-controlled with a valve.
Right,
so
right.
It makes it very easy to maintain. The tanks always have the same water level.
And it gives you better all-around quality, because you're dealing in a larger volume of water.
And I will tell you, I don't want to break my luck, but I really have not had any kind of disease outbreak, just because it's a pretty well-balanced tank.
Yeah, no reason you should. Yeah, I would start putting some food web in them. I think I'll see a major difference with that.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, the problem with the fertilizer is it gives you a false growth. It doesn't give you a natural plant growth.
Exactly. Yeah, I did just start adding the almond leaves, so we'll see how that goes. And
that's a help.
And I do have a bag of peat moss in the sump, so it is filtered through peat to kind of add some tannins and soften it. Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
But overall, it's a very stable system.
I love it. I love it. It's wonderful.
Yeah, thank you.
Great. Thanks for coming up. I appreciate it very much.
Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
You bet. Make sure you post your YouTube channel in the chat so folks can support you.
I will. Thank you for the support. I sure will do that. Thank you.
You bet. Bye for now. Thank you.
Bye.
Oh, how neat.
That is.
Yeah, Mel is here. Where's Mel? There he is.
Hey, Father Fish.
How are you?
Doing good. I just got me a new baby angel.
Oh, how nice. Turn your camera sideways. Let's see if we can get landscape.
Is that better?
No, try the
other. Hold on.
Don't worry about it.
No, I'm back.
It's okay. It's not going to work. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
We're fine. It won't be a problem.
He's a blue Philippine. I just fed him.
Oh, how pretty.
Beautiful.
Where'd you get them?
One of my local fish stores.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Where are you located?
Cincinnati.
Ohio.
Yep, it's called Finspiration.
Okay. I know.
Yeah, I've never been there before, but I went in and they had a bunch of these Philippine blue angels, and I named him Schmutz because he's got that black chin.
Very pretty. Yeah, nice
Cute.
fish.
He's I just fed them, so he's just trying to get all these little pellets that are going through the plants.
Right. Nice.
Beautiful tank.
Thank you. Yeah, everybody's doing good.
What size tank is it?
It's a 40 breeder.
Okay.
Yep. These crypts are growing like crazy.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah, it is.
But he's still small, so I'm excited to watch him grow.
You bet. Nice.
Yep.
Well, thank you, Mel, very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice to have you up. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Who's this? NC is here.
Hey, NC.
Hi, Dina. Hi, Father Fish.
How are you?
How you guys doing?
Doing
I'm back,
good.
and a lot has changed in the fish room.
Oh dear. Tell us.
So let's start right here. I have a group of neon tetras in the first tank. I'm gonna try and breed those.
Okay.
These 3 tanks are empty. I'm gonna buy some substrate and I'm gonna get some plants in them.
Good.
This tank I'm actually redoing. I
Okay.
just moved out all the plants and stuff.
Okay.
I still have the German blue ram in here. I'm gonna catch him later today.
Cool.
So I'm redoing this whole thing, and it's for my 24 karat gold guppies that I'm getting later on today.
Very good.
Those are so pretty.
Yeah, the breeder's coming in like 20 minutes, and I'll do a video so
Wow.
you guys can see.
Definitely.
This tank right here is snail tank. These are, it's the big one. I got plants, a lot of plants. These were at Petco for like $5 each.
Nice. Other mollies?
No, these are jumbo ear guppies.
Oh, okay.
And I also have Hillstream loaches.
Uh-huh.
And of course, in there, I don't know if you can see the little tail popping out.
A little
I
bit.
can see it.
But that's my
Tail
beautiful pleco.
Nice.
Yeah, those are so adorable.
There's the other pleco.
Mm-hmm.
The male's been in there forever, so I might check later today if the male has eggs.
Well, he might. You never know.
Yeah, you never know.
There he is.
There's his tail.
Mm-hmm.
There's the female.
Uh-huh.
And how do I tell if a guppy's pregnant? Because it looks like this one's really pregnant.
I would say she definitely is pregnant.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because you can see like the tail is kind of crooked.
Well, it's the belly. Now, when the back end of the belly kind of square, right now it's rounded. When it drops down and kind of squares off, that means she's very close to giving birth.
Okay. So I should separate her.
Yeah, well, you can. Probably a good idea. You want to save the babies. You got at least 2 pregnant ones there. 2 of them that have babies that are ready. Maybe a third. They're pretty guppies.
Yeah, they are.
Nice guppies.
But I wish I got my guppies from Thailand because those ones are cool.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sure. I'm sure. Really.
They actually had birth before I came back.
Oh, wow.
I saw like tiny little fry the day I was leaving.
Oh my. Nice.
Hopefully
Yeah.
my grandma's taking good care of them right now.
I'm sure she is. Morningstar Quaid wants to put a German blue ram in with the betta. You can do that, Morningstar. If you got just the 2 fish, it's not a problem. If you have a pair of either, then you really got to give them dedicated space. because they don't do well spawning with other things in the tank.
They come up to my hand.
That's pretty cool.
Foxmaster says NC voice is funny. NC, how old are you, NC?
I'm 14,
14.
sadly.
Okay, right. You're getting there. You're doing fine. You're doing
You are.
fine. Absolutely are.
And I got Vanisaria at the back. I got swords. I got I don't know what this is though. It was just at Petco as like assorted plants, so I just got it.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't tell.
Yeah, I
It
can't
all
tell
looks
on that
great
one.
though. Everything's doing nicely. Doing
Yeah,
real
it
well. Good job.
Oh, you can see the Hillstream Loach at the back digging.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep, you can.
That's the male, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna try to breed those when they grow up.
Yeah. NC Logan just came up. Let me go say hi to him.
Yep. All right,
Nice.
Father Fish.
Take care. Nice to see you.
Bye, Dina.
Bye.
Bye, Father Fish.
Bye, NC.
Bye.
All right, Logan.
Hey, Father Fish.
How are you?
Good, really good.
Let's
I
see.
recently set up this 75-gallon aquarium,
Okay.
and it's a week old now. And I have a pretty cool experiment to show you.
All right.
So we attached a sump to the back, and the sump runs it through another section
Oh, very cool.
with some plants to also filter out the water.
Oh, I love it.
And then
That's
it
nice.
goes down through this, like, it has like some gravel rock.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Nice.
so like supernatural filter, and you can see how it works.
Very cool. Looking
Yeah,
good.
it is.
Neat. Yeah, sumps are wonderful. Anybody who can do a sump ought to do it.
Yeah.
Now, is your tank drilled? It's not, is it?
No, it's just a hang on.
So you're overflowing. Yeah.
Yeah.
The only problem with that is the overflow tube, if it drops siphon and you've got too much water in the system, you're going to flood the floor.
Yeah.
So do you know how to set that up so that should not happen?
It's been running for quite a while now, and we haven't had any problems.
Okay, when you turn everything off, turn the pump off, fill the tank, and then then turn the pump on
Okay.
and let it flow through so that you only replace enough water to keep it coming back into the tank. That way you don't have more water than the tank is going to hold if either the pump goes out or the siphon goes out.
Oh, okay.
So you'll never get water on the floor that way.
Okay, I'll have to try that. Fix it up.
Yeah, it'll save you the worry of flooding your floor.
Yeah,
All right.
definitely.
If you're in a concrete floor in the basement, it doesn't matter so much.
Yeah. Still a hassle to clean up.
Right.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And then
That's
Looks
beautiful.
great. I like it. Very nice.
the substrate's probably around 4 inches. So it's a little deeper than it's supposed to be, but since it's a bigger tank, it shouldn't harm.
Yeah, exactly. No, it looks great.
Yeah.
You're doing well.
And we got a new attachment.
Oh.
Huh.
Oh, how cool.
Oh, now that is awesome.
Yeah.
Is that a cosmetic lens? What is that?
I don't really know. It's an old one.
Nice.
Whatever it is, I need one of those.
What a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Here, I'll see. And then we added some Daphnia just from a pond. You can see them swimming around there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
How neat. Good for you.
And this is only the
That
first
looks
week.
great.
I love it.
Me
Good job.
too.
Just wanted to show off the new tank and
Yeah, appreciate it.
show
We
the
got a bunch
stuff.
of people behind you, so
Yeah, I'll let you guys go then.
you come back up.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Logan. All right. We had two people. Tanner is here. We got Tanner up. Hey, Tanner.
Hey, good afternoon.
How are you?
I'm doing good. What about yourself?
Doing well, thank you. That looks pretty cool. Look at the pennywort. I love it when it grows like that. It looks like platform level.
Yeah,
Oh, me too.
and this grass, you can see it has,
And the
it's like
grass.
just sending nodes off everywhere.
Yeah.
It's kind of annoying because they break off and they start to flow.
Right.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
This started with 2 plants.
Oh, I know. Val goes crazy. I've got tanks full.
It's not Val, it's dwarf sag.
Sag, yeah.
Yeah, but it's so long you can see it's going nuts.
It'll get. I've had sags from 5 and 6 feet long.
Yeah,
It's just amazing.
it's crazy what a lot of light does to it because I've had it before with not as much light and it never grows that tall.
Ah.
And then I have these huge crypts here. These are probably like 2 years old. I've had them for ages.
Yeah, crypts are such a pretty plant.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Here, you want to see? Here's this second spawn of my
Oh, wow.
babies.
Oh, golly, look at them.
They're getting pretty big.
They sure are. That's wonderful.
But as they're getting bigger, I'm having water quality issues in here, so I had to add more filter.
Okay, right.
But you can see it, the shrimp are having babies out of control because of all the food that's in here.
Right. Nice.
And so I went and set up another one for the bigger ones.
Oh, cool.
But this tank is having tons of growing pains. This is one of my harder tanks that I've ever set up.
Huh. Why do you think?
Look at the cyano.
Yeah.
Really bad cyano. And this plant is just giving me trouble. You see like
A lot of algae.
the dust on it?
Yeah.
But it came from a tank with almost no algae.
I think there's, you probably ought to move some stem plants in there.
Yeah.
You can get some rapid growth.
I have some, but yeah, I do a water change every other day on this too.
Yeah, you may not. You got a lot of plants in. I think that would probably result.
Yeah, I'm going to put some more stem plants in here, but it came out like this. I had it in a tank with just light, and it kind of just started doing this, and then I just let it go. Plus, these are wild collected plants.
Oh, really? Oh, good for you.
Yeah,
Cool.
they don't sell these in America that are like grown from a person usually. These are usually taken. It's
Right.
Bulbitis.
That's a bulbitis?
Yeah.
Nice.
So I think it just kind of came with it,
Yeah,
and
pretty.
I'll just let it run out.
I like the bulbitis.
They are really pretty.
We do sell some bulbitis.
Yeah, I like the, what is it, the 3-leaf Bulbitis, the one that gets giant.
Oh, right. We don't have that one. We got the little one.
I have some of the 3-leaf ones.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, I just set this tank up the other day. So.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you, Tanner. Looking good. That's wonderful.
Yeah, it looks great.
Amazing. Just amazing. Thanks for coming up. We got a couple of people.
Have a good one.
Take care.
You
Bye
too.
for now. Let's see. Who's this? Brandon. Hi, Brandon.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. Trying to get.
What kind of fry are those?
Here we go. So this
That's
is a. Yeah, this is
window.
a little pond I got going.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Water lilies, the water lettuce.
Right.
I don't know. Yeah, there's a bunch of guppies in there.
Certainly are.
Yeah.
Sweet. How big is the pond?
What's that?
How big is the pool, the pond?
23 gallons.
Oh, it's a tub. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. We just
That water is huge.
the girls in my plant room just set 2 of those up for turtles, but they are putting some plants in them. So
Yeah.
very nice.
Yeah. This is a fun one to look at. I've never done something like this, and the top down view is really neat.
It really
Yeah, it
is. Yeah.
Gives you a different perspective.
Yeah.
Right.
Now
Very
I don't know how many people are waiting, but I can go to a couple more if you guys want.
Well, we got NC is waiting. Yeah, go ahead. Was NC up already?
Yeah, he was up once.
Yeah, I don't know why he's still here. Yeah, go ahead. Let's do it.
All right. I'm gonna cover the camera. My tanks are all over the house.
Corey's here. Hey, Corey. How's the
Oh,
Pisces?
All right, let's try and orient this here again.
Yeah, it can be difficult sometimes.
All right, so this is 60-gallon tank I got in my dining room, and this thing's it's a little overgrown.
Oh, nice.
Beautiful.
But yeah, a lot of plants in here.
Certainly are, aren't there? The Knox Tea. Yeah.
Little colony of black mollies in here.
Huh. Pretty plant. Pretty tank.
I got a lot of stuff growing out the top there too.
Well, you sure do.
I love it.
How much evaporation do you get?
I get quite a bit. I usually have to top it off with a gallon every day.
Yeah.
I feel you on that.
Right.
So yeah, I like this one. This one's fun.
Very cool.
Mhm.
All right, let's go to these here. So these
Oh, those
here,
are some beautiful pink snails.
yeah,
Wow.
these are my shrimp tanks. So these are the Bloody Marys here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there's a mono shrimp in there too. But yeah, they're munching on some spinach right now.
Oh.
They're beautiful.
Yeah. And then right next to it, so this is kind of like the way it looks. It's kind of like one tank.
Right.
Mhm. I like that.
And then this over here, they've got the blues. So the blues, I just took a bunch out of here, so they're all kind of small yet. But
I love the blues. Those are so beautiful.
yeah, those are the blue velvet.
Right.
Oh yeah, I've got a couple of those. And those with the pink snails just look awesome.
Oh yeah, the ram's horns.
Yeah.
Yeah, they go crazy.
Yeah, they do. I've got a few. Just not the pink ones yet.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some blue ones that have been popping up, and then you get the occasional brown one.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
The Saswasser tank is probably one of my favorite shrimp plants. I mean, those things are awesome.
How's it
Yeah,
doing?
they are.
What's that?
How's it doing? How are you doing with it?
It's doing good.
I've been trying to find some. I haven't been able to. That and Ricky, I'm in the market for.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Actually, I've got a little bit of both.
Yeah, I like the Saswasser tank.
Yeah, it's a neat plant.
It is. It's, in my opinion, though, it's kind of slow growing because I haven't had really good luck propagating it.
It does best in a tank by itself.
That would explain why.
And then this here is just kind of like a little grow out tank for the black molly fry. There's a few female guppies in there.
Huh.
I've got a breeding colony of L519 plecos in here. Let's see. I got some juveniles growing up. Yeah, there's green jade shrimp all over in here.
Foxmaster wants to know the temperature of your tanks.
Right now, being summertime, I don't have any of the heaters running, so this one is like right at 75.
Mm-hmm.
and they're pretty much all right at that.
Right. So
Beautiful tank.
room temperature, basically.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't. In the wintertime, it's an older house. It gets a little drafty, so if I have to, I'll turn on the heaters, but I try not to run them if I don't have to.
Mhm.
Well, everything you've got there can tolerate cooler temperatures, so
Yeah.
it's really not a problem. 24 centigrade, yeah. Yeah, that could go down to 20 without any difficulty. In fact, there's a fellow in Florida who does shrimp outdoors in large vats where it'll get down into the 40s.
Okay.
So the shrimp are fine in cooler temperatures. And mollies are too, for that matter. Mollies are a temperate zone fish.
And then this one here is my youngest, my 4-year-old daughter's. This is her beta fish. She named Rainbow.
Nice.
That's cute.
That's a great name for a pet.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah,
pretty.
it is.
Oh,
Oh, there he's coming right up to the camera.
He's curious.
Yeah, he's fun.
it looks like a rainbow. It's pretty.
Yeah, he does.
It's got orange and black and white,
Mhm.
so it's a koi.
Yeah.
Beautiful fish.
Blue. Got a lot of colors on it. Look at
Mhm.
that.
Mhm.
And then
Now he's got a pose for us.
right next to him, we got the pea puffer tank. You can see him right there. So he's the newest addition, so he's still a little camera shy.
Nice.
Yeah.
You've got some great tanks.
Yeah, looking good, Brandon. Looking good.
Awesome. Well, that's all I got.
Well, thank you so much. Nice to have you come up.
Yes, thank you.
Come on back.
All right.
Bye for now. Well, that's cool.
Yeah, it was.
Let's see. I wanted to show off some plants. What is that? Oh, I know what that is. Never mind. Never mind. What do we got here? We have the soil substrate. The soil substrate comes in 3 sizes. Enough for a 10-gallon, a 29-gallon, and a 55. So, and they really are half of a double of each. So the 29 is double the 10. The 55 is double the 29. They're like 2, 4, and 8 pounds of substrate, and they will do an inch. It may be slightly under, but once you add water to it, because it's dry, it swells up from the water, and it'll be a solid inch in the tank. And then cap it with 2 inches of sand. So it's a good idea when you put the dirt in to wet the dirt thoroughly. You do not want standing water. That's really important, because if you do, when you put the sand in, it's going to rise up above the level of the sand, and you'll wind up with dirt in the tank. So you do not want standing water. You want all of the water to be absorbed. If you wind up with too much, then you can put a towel on it, paper towel or cloth towel, whatever, and just sop up the water that's sitting there. You'll lose a little bit of nutrient, but it really will not be significant. And then cap it with sand, and then fill it. When you fill it, make sure that you have some kind of a container that the water is going into, so it's not stirring up the sand. That's real important. If you don't do that, you wind up with a muddy mess, and nobody likes a muddy mess. So there's the soil. Now the substrate contains everything. It contains all of it contains the formula for soil, plus it contains the supplement. the bonus material that we use in order to make sure that there are enough nutrients in that substrate to last literally for years. It doesn't take a lot, and what we have, the package is very intense. There are 13 different chemicals or compounds in it, and you use it. You get 2 cups worth. It's 2 cups will do 100 gallons. So a half a cup will do 25. Quarter of a cup will do a 10-gallon to a 15-gallon tank. So you can get quite a lot out of it, but you mix that in with the soil, and the soil is in 3 parts. The ratios are 2 parts, 1 part, and 1 part. It's 2 parts peat moss or coir or some other kind of plant material, 1 part potting soil, which is just a good quality soil, and then 1 part compost. And the compost can be actual composted material. It can be mud from a creek. It can be anything that contains a lot of nutrients. You mix all that together, 2 parts, 1 part, 1 part, and then mix in the proper amount of the supplement in order to enrich that and give it the chemicals that it needs so that it will never need any kind of fertilizer or the like. It'll contain everything that's required for that to be a stable living environment. It'll last for 4 to 5 years, during which time the cycle will get built up to the point where everything will begin cycling in the tank. That takes about 5 years. So the idea of the supplement is to get the tank over the hump, get it to the point where without anything being depleted, it is chugging right along and building the system that will allow it to live permanently. So there's all that. That's enough story. Where to go? Let's see. What do we got out of here? But there it is, right? Oh, Gloria. Well, you've had quite a day, Dina.
Yeah.
You started the day out going to the dentist for toothache and wound up getting a root canal.
Yeah, with it infected, so now I've got to take the antibiotics. I've got to take the ibuprofen 800 milligrams and get in the power went out.
Right. And then you got home. Got your meds together, got everything together, and the power went out.
Yeah. And I honestly wasn't sure if I was going to try to stream in the dark with my phone and a candle or how this was going to work tonight.
So you
I'm still going to make it.
Really. And then I was so out of it, I lost track of I don't know what I lost track of. I lost track of my mind, I think.
It's okay. Don't feel bad. Around 5 o'clock, I was starting to try to get ready for the live stream, thinking it was the Sunday night live stream. So,
well, that's exactly what you're the one that did it. You sent me that signal. That's what did it.
Yeah, it's a vibe thing.
Why did I shave my chin whiskers off? I don't know, Mike. I don't know why I did it. I think the reason I did it was because I felt like I was hiding behind my beard, and I wanted to not hide. The problem with the beard was it became iconic, and so Father Fish became an icon at least visually or graphically. And I had the sense that I wanted to communicate on a different level. I wanted to communicate more directly, more personally, more intimately. And the beard was in the way of that. Maybe not for anybody else, but it was for me, because it was like something between me and the person I was talking to. When you were looking at me, you were looking at hair on my face and not looking at my face. I guess that's it. I mean, it was something like that. It kind of became an issue of authenticity. But I realized at the same time, we have so many pictures of the beard that we have the icon. I mean, the icon is not going to go anywhere. We use it all the time. I mean, we use it on our labels. We use it on all of our advertising. Use it in most of our videos. So it's not like we're denying it in any way or rejecting it in any way. It's just that I felt like it somehow wasn't me, which is odd, I suppose. Just part of my damaged personality, I guess. I don't know.
Hey, it makes sense to me.
Like I said, I shaved off mine. Everyone says I look younger. I think that's true. I think, yeah. And I'm 84, for God's sake, or I'll be 84 in about 1 month, 3 weeks. And I'm wanting to be youthful. I'm wanting to be active and busy and not slow down and not feel like a lump. And I don't. I mean, I finally got back on the diet. It's been a struggle getting there, but I finally got back there. So I've lost about 5 pounds and working on the next 15 pounds. My issue is I've got this. I was at 265, so I've already lost about 50 pounds, and I'm looking to lose right now another 15 to 20, get down to 200. But my goal weight is 180, and if I can get there, I'd like to get to 160, which is that was my weight in high school. And it would be fun to get back to there. I think if I could do that, I'd stand a chance of being able to live into my 90s, which would be great fun to do. To be able to keep doing this for another 10 years or so. That would be an absolute kick.
You got to shoot for 100, though. Don't stop at 90. Go for 100.
Well, I had a friend when I left Florida. She said, "You are going to break the curse." And I said, "Oh, what's the curse?" She said, "The curse is biblical. The biblical curse is that no one would live beyond 120. Now, there have, in fact, been a few people who have documented lived longer than that. Not very many. The oldest man in the world today just died. I think he died yesterday. He was 117. And I believe he was Japanese, but I'm not sure about that. Well, aquariums animals, I had my hair long. I had my hair long for a very long time. I went into the barber and decided to get it cut. I told him I wanted it shortened. I still wanted it long, but I wanted it shortened. And he said, "Do you want it shaved?" And I said, No, no shave, just scissors. So this is what he did. So that's what I wound up with. And I don't like the shave look. This is the way Trump wears his hair. It's like this. It's not shaved. And I really like it. I like the look of it. But I was surprised there was no length to it then. but I kind of like it. So I'll probably keep it. It's been this way for about a month. And it's growing back, but slowly. I don't feel the need to go back quite yet. But when it gets down a little lower on my neck, I probably will. So, all that. But I don't think, it took me a while to shave the mustache off. I finally did that. Edward says, Sonny is my nickname.
Dempa got me tickled because he's like Father Fish Mohawk. I think they want you to have a mohawk.
Oh, that's funny. A mohawk.
And I got a visual on that. And that was hilarious.
I was thinking about bald.
Yeah.
Just shave it and be addle-pated. But I don't think I want to do that either. How many plants for a 10? The stem plant pack has 18 plants in it. Mm-hmm. They do really well in a 10-gallon tank. You'll wind up with more than you want, so it'll allow you to populate other tanks then. But it's a great way to start a 10-gallon tank. A mullet, setting once a month. Now, what is a mullet? That's like hair down the cheeks.
It's where the front part is like kind of like a buzz cut, and then the back is long, and it can go anywhere from here to like the length of the hair.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to.
Yeah, it was something popular in like the 90s.
Oh, it was popular when I was a teenager in the 50s.
Really?
Oh,
I did not know that.
It goes way back.
I did not know that. I thought it was a 90s phenomenon.
It came back in the 90s.
Most everything did.
Well, I got a question. This'll stop everybody. I don't think somebody mentioned their nickname. And I have a nickname. It's actually a family name that my mother gave me. I'm a junior. I was named after my father. And she decided she did not want to call me Little Lou or Louie. There was a Louie. That was who my father was named after, his uncle. So she named me, I was born in 1940. She named me for a song that was a very popular song in the late 1930s to 1940. And that's my nickname. And everybody in my family used it. Some of them still do. Some of my cousins still use that name. I'm now the oldest person in my family on either side, going back as far as we're able to go. My grandfather, my mother's father, was the oldest of 12. And I think all of them had children. So that was a real mob scene. But now all of my grandfather's generation are gone. And I think all of their children are gone. There may be there's one left. No, she's gone. There are none left. Actually, my mother's sister's daughter and son are both living, and they're both older than me by about a year. My mother's mother was German. She was a Lang. Her sister married a German whose name was Hutchenrutter. So their two children are still living. I see them occasionally every few years. Just lovely people. I always enjoy being with them. I should go visit. They live in Bel Air.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, they live in up around Bel Air, Maryland. They were farmers all their life,
Oh wow.
and still are. They're still on the farm.
Oh no, that's cool. Hey,
Uh,
MNC Aquatics wants to know, was your nickname Louie Louie?
no, it was not. That's a good guess. Um, we're gonna do a free specialty pack to the person who guesses my nickname. It should be fun. Not Louie Louie.
And this is funny because I don't know your nickname either.
No, you don't. I don't think anyone does.
Mm-mm.
My cousin knows, so she better keep her mouth shut. Or my niece, rather. Brenda knows. And she's up here. I don't know if she's here tonight. She's working in the shop tonight.
Oh.
She's Lulu, not Green Eyes. Oh my God. Wow. Rich Peltz nailed it. I should not. Yeah, and then Christian did. I gave it away with the song. I should not have. I should have held that back. The song is My Buddy. Popular song in the 30s. So I don't know all the words, but it's My Buddy, My Buddy, My Buddy, da da da. I don't remember the words. I should look it up. And I probably can play it. So 2 of them got it. We'll do both of them. Send me, let's see, who was it now? It was
Christian B.
Kristen B.
Let me
and
get Discord up.
Rick Peltz. Rich Peltz. Send me your email by email. Send me your address and name and the word buddy, so I'll know what it's all about. And I will set you up. If you already have an account on Shopify, let me know, and I'll do it through Shopify. And I'll get those out probably this week. Would love to do it. Yeah, I gave it away. I shouldn't have given it away. Let's see if I can find the song. My Buddy's song.
I think that's so funny because my dad's nickname was actually Buddy. That's what the whole family called him. Was not his real name.
Yeah, here it is. Let me back it up. It's a cornet player who's got it. Let's see, I need to bring it up. This will be fun. Let's see. Here it is. Chet Baker.
That name sounds familiar.
Let me go back a little bit.
It's funny. Victor C wants to know what my nickname is.
What you want to do that? Very nice.
There, I wouldn't even know how to drop a hint to that other than just telling somebody what my nickname is because nobody would guess it.
3G's looking for a flapper. Yeah, really. My mother's sister was a flapper.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think my father's sister was too. They were both teenagers. They were teenagers in the 20s and 30s, I guess. A little late. Flappers were earlier.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It was like the early 20s, I think. Was the
Yeah,
flapper?
late teens, right after the war. After the war, I think.
That's funny. Foxmaster wants to guess Love Disc the Pokemon. Nope. I vote for Mermaid. I like that, Guppy. That's what would been better than what they nicknamed me.
Mermaid, right. Petlin Creek. Hey, Greg's got Fish Cave is here. Fun. Time we got 8:07. Actually, we're out of time, aren't we? I did start late, so we'll go through to 8:30. We got about 20 minutes.
Okay.
Can't imagine Father Fish young. There are some pictures.
Actually, there's a thumbnail. There's a thumbnail in Father Fish's full-length videos that shows him when he was in college.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. In the life video. My niece, my cousin, sent me a picture of me when I was about 20. I had it right here. I might be able to put my hand on it. I don't know. No, I think maybe. Oh wait, is this it? Looks like it. Yes. 1986. So this is even later.
That's the year I was born. That's cool.
All right. 1986. And this is my father's father. And let me look now. Ruth, Blaine, and that's his wife. And I don't know who the last one is. Jim. Oh, right. Okay. So this is my father's parents.
Oh, wow.
And my mother and their youngest child, who just died last year at 94.
Wow. That's a long, full life.
He and his wife both died within a month of each other. They were both the same age, 94. Now, look at my grandmother there. She's a very slim woman.
Mm-hmm.
She developed a glandular problem and put on about 200 pounds. I knew her as a very heavy woman.
Mm-hmm.
They finally discovered what it was and put her in treatment, and they said she'll either die from the treatment or be reborn as a new woman. And she died. Yeah. She didn't make the
Sorry to hear that.
But she was the sweetest lady. Both of them were deaf. They became deaf as children, which is how my family got into deaf ministry.
Oh, wow.
My grandfather was 5'6", solid muscle, thin as a rail. He graduated from the Frederick School for the Deaf in Frederick, Maryland at 16. Got a job working for the Canning Printing Company in downtown Baltimore and he worked for that company running their major press from the time he was 16 until he was 74.
Wow.
58 years. He did the same job for the same company for 58 years and quit only because they shut the company down.
Wow. That's
He was
impressive.
working there. A year after his wife died, he decided that he didn't want to live anymore. So on the anniversary of his death, he was healthy as a horse, always was. He went around and visited friends, forgave them all of the debts. He and Annie were very careful with money. I'll tell that story one day. Forgave debts, said goodbye to everyone, came home, laid all of his papers out on the bed, laid down, and died.
Wow.
He decided when and where he was going to die, and he just did it. But he had that kind of discipline about his life. An utterly remarkable man. Just amazing. James Blaine. So thank you, Jeannie, for that. Very
Yeah,
nice.
thanks for sharing that with us.
All right.
That's pretty cool.
Let's see if anybody else is here. Who is that? Ruben. Hi, Ruben.
Hello, Father Fish.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Oh, look at this beauty.
Thank
That is
you.
How beautiful.
I just came here to show you because I just got 2 species of plants yesterday. I got the Rotala. I think it's called Rotala fujian,
Okay.
and the Ludwigia arcuata.
Oh, nice. Very nice. What a beautiful tank. Lovely.
Yep.
Yeah. It is.
And then I'm starting to think that this is not Patamageddon gai. I think it's another type of plant, but I'm not sure what it is. So
Yeah, it looks like an octopus. I don't think
That's
it's
what I was thinking too.
oh, that one is the octopus.
that one is okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's an unusual plant.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell. I'm not familiar with it.
And yeah, and then this wild plant that I got, I think I showed you it like 3 weeks ago,
Well,
and it's doing good. I got this from my local lake.
yes, that's a very common. It's a species of. Now my mind just went like I'm thinking Bacopa rotunda calci. Oh, it just isn't happening.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. But yeah, there are a number of varieties of it, and it grows very well in temperate water, in colder water. Like, yeah, kabamba. It's a species of kabamba.
I see. Well, yeah, because I live in Alaska, so yeah, it's pretty
nice.
cold in here.
Yeah, right. Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Such a pretty plant.
It really is.
Yeah, it's a nice tank.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Well, thank you so much, Ruben. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. Bye, Father Fish. Bye, Dina.
Bye.
All right. Well, let's see. We created a punch list today for the new shop. We're trying to get a bunch of stuff done so we can open the new shop, which will be a walk-in fish store, a natural fish store, September 1st. So we've got a little over a week left to try to get it all together. We're going to do it. It may not be altogether ready. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to overcome my predilection for messy and try to do something very neat and orderly and well designed. I may fail in that effort, but I'm going to do my best. I was talking with Brenda today. One of the things that I need to be able to do in order to achieve that is I need to grow carpeting plants. I have not spent any time and effort trying to grow carpeting plants, but we're going to begin working on that. We've got about 25 or 30 plants tanks to work with. So we're gonna see what it takes to get carpeting plants going in a Father Fish substrate, natural substrate system. To do it, we need to have nutrients in the top level of the sand. So it's a matter of figuring out how the best way to do that. And probably it's going to be a matter of putting food web in. So I'm going to be talking to Phillips about that and probably a few other people like Tommy to try to get some ideas of how we can enrich that top layer of substrate without creating a muddy, dirty mess.
Yeah.
In order to be able to get carpeting plants going. So that may be the biggest single challenge. Get into super gluing plants, the rocks eating cotton wool. I've never used cotton wool. That's an interesting idea. I've simply glued them, just a spot of super glue. But the wool would be interesting because it would take the brunt of the cement. It would create a better base and would provide some nutrients as it breaks down. So not a bad idea. Corey is talking to Leo. What's Leo say? How do you show off stuff? I'm not ready yet. I'd like to know how to share. At the top of this chat is a link. You just click on that link and follow the directions. It'll bring you right in. It's really quite simple. We are considering a new platform. You want to talk about that a little bit, Dina? You understand what I do.
Well, I've got a few ideas for different platforms. I'm still in the researching process to see if we can find something that's a little bit cleaner and easier to use than StreamYard. I've been looking at Riverside and Zencaster. I've also been looking at a few other sites, but those seem to be the two that's the top. So if anybody has used these in the past, feel free to contact me on Discord and talk to me about it.
The main benefit of this is it would allow us to get on other platforms, which I very much want to be able to do.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Phil, a good idea, dude. But yeah, I'm going to try that. I've never done that. Alrighty. Well, guys, we've about done it for today, I think. Aquarium safe super glue. Well, it is. It does not dissolve in water. It remains. It hardens on water, not in water. It'll float, or if you attach it to something and it hardens and you put it in, it'll stay there. It does not break down in water at all. So it actually works pretty well. It's not a toxin. You would think it would be, but it's not. Discord is easier, says Leo. We could do Discord. It's more limited. And we really want something that's going to allow us to get on some other platforms, Spotify, X, Rumble, and so forth.
Yeah, and Apple Podcasts. There's several different platforms that we can get onto. It's just a matter of finding the right way to get onto. I mean, with StreamYard, we can technically stream to a lot of those platforms, but I'm kind of curious about how the run hours work and the lot of hours that you're given per month. I'm not 100% sure how that works with StreamYard yet.
Well, we're a paid service, so
Mhm.
We are paying for service with StreamYard
Mhm.
in order to get their better service. Mike Enco is humbled to meet Father Fish. Thank you so much from the UK. Nice to meet you too. Alrighty. So we'll be back Sunday. And it'll be Sunday. That'll be Sunday, not Wednesday, Sunday, but Sunday, Sunday.
Unless we both get confused and we both think it's Wednesday, then we'll just do show and tell again.
I'm going to try to get my head screwed on straight so I know what day of the week it is and what time I'm supposed to be here. Love you all.
Love you guys.
Bye for now. Where's the music? We still have it? I think we do.
I'm not seeing it.
I think I do. I do.
I think it might be the one on the far end. I think. Nope, that's not it.
That's funny. Actually, I've got it. It's playing, but it's not. That's odd.
I don't know what happened to it. But it says Father Fish on it, but then it's the song Buddy. So I don't know.
Oh, I changed. Okay, let me do this. I'll have to read. I'll dig it back out. I can do this. I can do this. Stop screen. Reset. Show screen. There it is. I got it. We're good. Right there. We start over.
I love my little fishes.
There we go.
As they swim about their home.
My voice.
I love my little fishes.
In tune with
as they swim about their home. When the sunlight shines upon them and their colors begin to glow, I am drawn into a world where my heart longs to go. I imagine scenes of beauty and feel the warmth of love. I love my little fishes as they swim about their home. I have traveled the world over, but never found peace that comes from watching my fishes as they swim about their home. My heart is happy and I am content to sit and watch them swim. I will not be alone while the fishes are in my home. When the sunlight shines upon them and their colors begin to glow, I am drawn into a world where my heart longs to go. I imagine scenes of beauty and feel the warmth of love. I love my little fishes as they swim about their home.
Alrighty. Good night, all. Love you all.
Night, everybody. Love y'all.